The world of football is in mourning. The tragic news of Diogo Jota's untimely passing has cast a long, dark shadow over the beautiful game. Here at the Athletic Journal, we extend our heartfelt condolences to his family, friends, teammates, and every fan touched by this terrible loss. As tributes pour in, it's hard not to reflect on the footballers whose lives were cut short in ways that shocked the globe. Today, we remember them. 7 football deaths that truly shook the world. Diogo Jota. On July 3, 2025, the world lost Diogo Jota in a heartbreaking car accident. The 28-year-old Portuguese forward was traveling with his brother along the A52 motorway, which connects Portugal and Spain, when tragedy struck. According to the Spanish Civil Guard, the Lamborghini Aventador he was driving suffered a tire explosion during an overtaking maneuver, sending the car off-road before it burst into flames. Neither Diogo nor his brother survived. What makes this loss even more gut-wrenching is its timing. Just 10 days after he married his longtime partner, Ruta Cardoso. Jota wasn't just an incredible footballer, he was a gentle soul beloved by teammates and fans alike. His death has devastated millions across the footballing world. Number 2. Andrés Escobar. Colombia's Andrés Escobar scored an unfortunate own goal during the 1994 World Cup against the United States, a moment that, tragically, cost him his life. Upon returning to Medellin, instead of heading to Las Vegas to visit family as originally planned, Escobar went out with friends. At around 3 a.m. in a parking lot, he was confronted and shot 6 times. Chillingly, witnesses claimed the shooter yelled "goal" after each shot, a cruel mimicry of a commentator's cry during Escobar's own goal. The man was sentenced to 43 years in prison, but served just 11, released in 2005, a painful reminder of the corruption and violence in Colombia at the time. Escobar's legacy lives on. A statue of him was unveiled in Medellin before the 2001 Copa America, forever commemorating a man whose only crime was playing the game he loved. 3. Emiliano Sala. In 2019, Argentine striker Emiliano Sala had just sealed a big money move from Nantes to Cardiff City. After his medicals, he returned to France to bid farewell to his teammates before flying back to Wales. On January 21st, the plane carrying Sala vanished from radar near Alderney. Weeks of search efforts ended on February 7th when Sala's body was discovered in the wreckage. But perhaps the most haunting part of this story was the WhatsApp voice message he left before the crash.
Hola hermanitos, ¿cómo andan loquitos locos? Hermano, estoy muerto. Estuve acá antes haciendo cosas y no termina más. Así que nada, muchachos. Estoy acá arriba del avión que parece que se está poca de a pedazo. Y me estoy yendo para
The aviation industry came under intense scrutiny for allowing an unauthorized pilot to fly a flawed aircraft, a promising career extinguished before it even began in the Premier League. Number 4. Marc-Vivien Foé, June 26, 2003. The world watched in horror as Cameroon's Marc-Vivien Foé collapsed during a FIFA Confederations Cup semifinal against Colombia. Efforts to revive him on the pitch failed, and he was later pronounced dead in the stadium's medical center. Foé, just 28, had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, a heart condition known for increasing sudden cardiac death during intense physical activity. The midfielder had been playing for Manchester City on loan that season. In a touching tribute, the club retired his number 23 shirt permanently. Foé's death prompted new conversations around cardiac screening and player health, leaving an indelible mark on football's medical protocols. 5. The Munich air disaster. On February 6, 1958, Manchester United's squad, famously known as the Busby Babes, were returning from a European Cup match in Belgrade. Their plane stopped in Munich for refueling, but poor weather delayed departure. After 2 failed takeoff attempts, the third try proved fatal. The crash claimed 23 lives, including 8 Manchester United players, 3 staff, and several journalists. Among those lost were legends like Duncan Edwards and Tommy Taylor. Manager Matt Busby barely survived, as did a young Bobby Charlton, who would go on to carry the legacy of the Babes. The tragedy sent shockwaves far beyond England. The rebuilding of United into a European force under Busby and later Sir Alex Ferguson was a tribute to the courage and spirit born out of immense sorrow. 6. Chapecoense. In November 2016, Brazilian club Chapecoense were flying to Colombia for the Copa Sudamericana final, a fairy tale rise for a small club set to play the biggest match in its history, but they never made it. The aircraft ran out of fuel and crashed near Medellin. Of the 77 people on board, 71 died, including nearly the entire team and coaching staff. Only 3 players survived. The world stood still. Rival clubs offered players on loan, fans held global vigils, and Atlético Nacional, Chapecoense's opponents, even asked CONMEBOL to award them the title in their honor. November 28th remains a day of mourning in Brazilian and global football, a date that will never be forgotten. Number 7. Dani Jarque. Espanyol captain Dani Jarque passed away suddenly in 2009 at just 26 years old. On a pre-season tour in Florence, Italy, he was found unresponsive in his hotel room after suffering a heart attack while on the phone with his pregnant girlfriend. His passing deeply affected Spain's golden generation. Andrés Iniesta famously dedicated his World Cup winning goal in 2010 to Jarque, revealing a shirt that read, Dani Jarque, siempre con nosotros. Tributes poured in, from Cesc Fabregas wearing a shirt in his honor after scoring, to Espanyol naming their training ground and B-team stadium after their beloved captain. The legends we lost, while not sudden, the deaths of Pelé and Diego Maradona rocked the world. These giants transcended football and left a legacy that inspired billions. Their deaths were global events, moments of silence in every stadium, murals in every corner of the globe, and tributes from every walk of life. Though expected due to their health, the emotional toll of their passing reminded us of just how much footballers mean to the world. These names, Diogo Jota, Andrés Escobar, Emiliano Sala, Marc-Vivien Foé, Dani Jarque, and the teams of Chapecoense and the Busby Babes, represent more than just tragedy. They remind us that football is not just about goals and trophies. It's about people, stories, emotions, and the fragile beauty of life. Which of these deaths hit you the hardest? Let us know in the comments. This is a safe space for grief, reflection, and remembrance. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to The Athletic Journal, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story that matters. Rest in peace to all the footballers who left us too soon. Your legacy lives on, in every kick, every cheer, every tear. There have been a few deaths that have made the football world feel like this, and we're going to take this opportunity to remember some of the sport's fallen soldiers. These are 7 football deaths that shook the entire world. If you love deep football stories, exclusive insights, and the latest tactical analysis, hit that subscribe button now. Smash the like button if you want more top-tier football content. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. We want to hear from true fans like you. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an episode of The Athletic Journal. Join the squad, where football lives beyond the pitch. RIP Football Legends.